Well, welcome to Shirley's Keller, Shirley's cellar, in honor of my German friend Shirley Hockling. This is the kitchen waiting to be put together. The sink and the cook stove, which works, and back behind it is the bake oven is waiting. It'll wait for months yet. Probably this summer, I'll try it. There's a hot water heater down there. You probably can't see it. A little bucket a day, they call it. These work. I have in the fireplace now. I have it closed up at the moment, but it works. Last year we burned it a lot. Now the black around it shows where it leaks because of smoke, not fire. And I'm ready to start sealing this up. Here's another water heater. Maybe you probably too dark. I don't know if you can see it or not. That works. This is a Yankee stove, it's called. It's a space heater. It works. This is a saw, an island, machine island, I guess I call it. I've got 3 saws together that I can roll out into the middle. Here is going to be, it's all my tools waiting for shelves. They won't belong here. This is all going to be for food preparation and baking and stuff. The ping pong table is, at the moment, it's got sheet metal on it, but we use it a lot. There's 2 tubs here, 2 sinks, which very shortly I'll get that cleaned off. This is actually beginning to work. Here's my granary. I should probably keep that closed. Dried molasses. Boy, do the animals love dried molasses. Oats. Whole shelled corn and cracked corn with a little molasses mixed in. We're going to build a set of shelves here very soon, and here will be the tools. And these are nails. Those are bolts and nuts, and that's where the tools will go as well. The furnace works. You can see again the black shows where the smoke has leaked out, but it's not sealed. and we're going to seal it probably this coming week. We'll start to seal it up. I call this the kettle place, and it works. The fire goes underneath it, and now I have a fire in here about every day. Someday I'm going to come back to where I taught my first year of Frank's school. I'm going to move the blackboard over about 3 feet to make more space here. The glass is going to go out of here. There's no reason that it should be in here. The forge works. We just ran it enough to see if it would work, and it works. I have the felt over the window because it has been brutally cold. We've just had the blizzard of 2016. You can see where the snow blew in through the cracks in the door. That's Andy's welder. Asbestos. Corn cobs, which I'm experimenting with soaking them in wax for fire starters. All right, actually, Shirley's Keller works. It's functioning. Just about every corner of it now works for some purpose. It's not just junked up. This is wood to be used. The glass is going to go outside, the broken glass. I have a place where I'm going to build a hammer mill and a grinding, I don't know what you call that kind of grinding mill, probably a stamping mill as well. These bushel measures and tubs are because we fairly recently, 2 days ago, ground corn here. This is a corn sheller. That's a corn sheller. This is a burr mill, and it'll crack the corn. And these things will go outside. They won't be in here. I really like to keep this space open. It hasn't been open for a while. This is the pallet saw that we're still working on. The table to it is already outside. All right, let's see. Let me show you over here. Ponies are coming this afternoon, and I'm going to film it again. This is where they're going to be. They were out in that blizzard. These are all parts to the line shaft. There are hangers, kind of homemade hangers. There's clutches. pulleys. There's the shafting, all hanging up there waiting. The windows are covered, those that have felt over it, that one and that one. They're not. I'll open them up today actually because the sun's shining. I was doing everything I could to try to keep the animals okay. The goats, still waiting for the doe, 3 does to have their kids. They kind of have a living room here and a bedroom back in there, and they do sleep in there. The 2 does that are going to have their kids any day sleep up on top of that pile, and Billy sleeps there. And the felts I've hung to keep the wind off them, keep it a little bit warmer. Now, this is going to be blinding to me. I don't know what the camera will do with this, but what a struggle that blizzard was. You can maybe see we had 2 feet at least of snow here. And that's the track I made to go down to carry water from down there where there's a spring. You can still see how deep that snow is. And then I carried it up, and you can see where I walked, and you can see where the buckets, if you can see it because it's so bright, I don't know. You can see where I had to keep setting the buckets down because it was such a struggle to carry that water up here. But I was not at all sure that the donkeys or the goats would be able to find it themselves. So I carried the water to them. Well, you know, this, everywhere you look, there are things to finish. But I think the point I want to make now is that Shirley's Keller is, in fact, functioning. It offered wonderful shelter. Could have been better, but very good shelter during the storm. And now this is part 1. I'm gonna film part 2 this afternoon because Josh, my neighbor, these are his donkeys actually, not mine. The goats are mine. But he's gonna bring his ponies over, and I'm gonna change some things here. I'm rather excited about that. It'll have more life in here. Oh, and still one other thing I should say. I probably won't have a chance to say it later. Shirley's Keller is an experiment with that whole idea that people live with their animals, even their livestock. That in America, that is not really known. In New England, they had all kinds of buildings that were connected to each other, but not in the same space. But in Europe, in Germany, and not only Germany, it was very common, and it's not completely gone. That this is human space. There's for working, all kinds of stuff, metal, glass, chemical working, heating, here woodworking in the middle space here, kitchen, baking. This is the human side. My shop on this whole village, my shop is really right here, right about where that corn shelter stands, right in the middle of everything. Then I can see everything, and I've got the whole length of this. All right, well, I guess that's probably enough for now, but you will see a part 2 this afternoon. Bye for now. Maybe I should film this. I'm starting the fire at the kettle place, is what I call this. And there's no smoke at all. Now, the chimney is slightly warm. The water in the kettle was still warm from yesterday, and there's no wind. But still, you know, that I'm going to seal everything up. But that's rather pleased with that. Anybody want that sign? I don't like signs. I'm gonna burn the paint off it here probably soon. I wish I had been filming this earlier because the donkeys, they brayed so loud when these 2 ponies got here. I don't know if they'll do it again or not. The brown one is Doc. He's the father. And the other one is Stuffy, and he's the son. And they're going to stay here for some weeks. I don't know if it'd be a month till the snow gets reasonable. But they're good. They were out in that blizzard. They're getting used to things. Goats didn't get too excited, so. All right, I guess that sort of concludes Shirley's Keller for now. Bye for now.